to be on what an eating disorder actually is, and then I'm also going to cover some myths and facts about eating disorders, because I know there's just a lot of misunderstandings around the topic. So yeah, that's on today's agenda, but I also thought I will take you to lunch with me. I'm just going to the kitchen. I'll make lunch and we'll take this discussion outside. Before anything else, I thought most importantly, I better introduce you to my fur babies. So, Henry, do you want to come say hello? This is Henry. Good boy. It's his birthday in 2 days. And this is his little brother, Theodore. Yes, and together, they are my babies. Anyways, I'm going to go make lunch now and I'll see you in the kitchen. All right, so I'm just gonna talk you through what I have for lunch here. I'm gonna be having a ham sandwich. I have to have 3 pieces of bread with my lunch. I'm gonna put some spinach, lettuce, cucumber, tomato, and I'm a beetroot fan. Anyone else out there? Of course, put some margarine on my bread. That is what I'm gonna be making for lunch. I'm a very good sandwich maker. So I will show you once it's finished. I'm back. Got my sandwich here prepared. So yeah.
Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when 2 hearts get broke. I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we'll wish we could come back to these days, these days.
Yeah, that was actually really delicious. I'm actually getting really hot out here, so I might go back inside to talk about the myths and facts. So yeah, let's go back inside. All right, so I've got Henry here. An eating disorder is a mental illness, pretty much defined by abnormal and disordered eating habits that impact a person's physical and mental health negatively. There are many eating disorders people can be diagnosed with. The cause of an eating disorder is still unclear. A lot of things go into the development of an eating disorder. Both biological and environmental factors do play a part though. And although it does not cause an eating disorder, the current social idealization of thinness can contribute. An eating disorder can affect absolutely anybody, no matter your gender, your age, your size, your upbringing, your religion, culture. Yeah, as I said, they are mental illness, not a physical illness. You don't wake up with it one day. A lot of cases of people with eating disorders have experienced traumatic experiences during their life, and an eating disorder becomes a sense of control. Although recovery is incredibly difficult, it is in fact possible. Many people do recover from their eating disorders with the support of psychologists, psychiatrists, dietitians, nurses, all different types of programs. People are able to recover, thankfully. It's very hard for me to define an eating disorder. Nobody's case of an eating disorder is the same. This is why they actually are so incredibly hard to treat. Also, one more thing. It is about the food because it is an eating disorder, but it's not. It's the emotions attached to the food. It's the control. It's the feelings. It's very, very complicated, but it isn't just as simple as the food and to just eat to get better, okay? So it is a very complicated mental illness, and 1 in 4 people actually lose their life to an eating disorder. Anorexia actually has the highest mortality rate out of any psychiatric illness. It kind of just puts it into perspective that it is a serious condition. It just lacks awareness in society, schools. We weren't aware of anything until it was unfortunately too late, and that's what I would hate to happen to anybody out there. So perhaps this video will give someone some insight or some understanding. Hopefully that's what happens. I think that's all I'm going to say about what an eating disorder is. So now I'm going to move on to some myths and facts about eating disorders. I'm not going to do all of them. Can you two stop? But I'll just clear up a few that I think stand out to me. Number 1 is that you have to look a certain way to have an eating disorder. Bow bow. It's actual fact that anybody can suffer from an eating disorder. Only 1/3 of people that suffer from eating disorders will actually fall below a healthy weight. No, you cannot tell by someone's looks if they have an eating disorder. Another myth that stood out for me was that men don't get eating disorders. Men can suffer from an eating disorder. The statistics show that every 1 in 10 people with an eating disorder are actually male. So it does show that men out there are vulnerable to developing an eating disorder, and it doesn't make them any less valid that they are male. Another myth is that eating disorders are a choice or a lifestyle. They're most definitely not. They're most definitely not a lifestyle, choice, diet, phase, none of that. As I said earlier in the video, they are a serious illness with severe mental and physical consequences that often involve a great deal of suffering. An individual can make the choice to pursue recovery, but the act of recovery is extremely hard work. It's the hardest thing I have ever could have imagined, and it involves a lot more than just simply acting against the eating disorder. Another myth is that an eating disorder is a result of over-controlling parents or dysfunctional families. This is most definitely not true. As I said before, anybody can develop an eating disorder, and it cannot be pinpointed to anybody's fault. In a lot of cases, these things may have contributed to the development of that individual's eating disorder, but it is no way to be able to stand from the sidelines and blame a family or parents, because in a lot of cases, patients' families are often incredibly supportive and loving and will do anything they can to help their loved one. Another myth is that it's the same as dieting. It's a part of dieting. Everybody diets. No. An eating disorder is not a diet. I can repeat myself over a million times. It's a mental illness. It is no way, shape or form a diet. I think everyone in this world can say they have been on a diet or tried a diet, and no, not everyone in this world has an eating disorder. They're completely different things. It's not a diet. It's not something you start to lose weight, or it's not something you start to, or whatever your reasons are to begin a diet. It is not a diet. It's not a diet. Don't diet anyways. I don't agree with diets. I might do that in another video. Another myth can be that it's just a phase or something that someone's doing to reach out for attention. Stop it! Yeah, that's not true. A lot of the time people with eating disorders actually keep them extremely secretive, and a lot of the time friends and family around them won't even be aware of the fact that someone so close to them is suffering with an eating disorder. So no, it's not a cry for attention. So yeah, I think another myth I'm just going to touch quickly on is that if someone from a unhealthy weight becomes a healthy weight, no, that does not mean they are recovered. Yes, getting someone to a healthy weight gives their brain the opportunity to think a little more rationally, although it does take the brain around 12 to 18 months of complete weight maintenance to fully recover. Early stages of healthy weight restoration and maintenance does not indicate someone's struggle. A lot of the time someone can be struggling just as much, if not more, once they've reached a healthy weight, as this can be extremely distressing, and eating habits, healthy portions, all that kind of stuff is still really foreign and new to someone suffering from an eating disorder. I think that relates back to the one you can't really tell if someone has an eating disorder based on their appearance. Everyone's at different stages in recovery, but yes, I think that's just the main ones really. There's many more that I might touch base with in other videos, but yeah, I thought I'd just clear up some common misconceptions and misunderstandings. If anyone has any other questions about eating disorders, I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. Yeah, I hope that, I hope that anyone that watched this has gained a little bit of a better understanding of eating disorders and a little bit of insight into what they actually are. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Say bye, boys. Say bye, YouTube.